What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're checking out Mercury Fallen, which has had like a giant update. So they've actually updated the character models, they've gone through and they've added a whole lot more depth to a bunch of the systems. This is one of their first like really big updates, and so I figured since we haven't touched on the game in a little while, now would be a very good time to do that. So if you've never played this game before, it's a colony management sim a la Dwarf Fortress, RimWorld, Towns, all those kinds of games where you build an underground subterranean base, and then you strike out from there to go on survey missions and scouting missions and scavenging missions on the surface of a nondescript planet. I think it's a lot of fun. I think the game has shown promise since the first days that it dropped on itch.io, and even though it's been a bit of a slow developer, it has still been a game that I've kept my eye on kind of over the years. And so we're going to check out this big update. Hopefully we can get ourselves a super awesome colony and then run it into the ground. We will go with a map seed called The Castle. And then we'll make it like normal sized. Sounds good to me. Looks like we've got that all good to go. Apparently there's easy, default, and challenge. The default start, you will get 3 colonists and 1 robot. Sounds good. Let's have 3 colonists and a robot. I love robots. If I could have more drones and robots, I wouldn't even need people. By the turn of the 22nd century, space exploration was dominated by corporate interests. Once a task for government, space travel became a competitive market, where companies pushed boldly and blindly into the black, intent on only a return of investment. For the first time in human history, Infinity Corp was about to attempt the colonization of a planet outside Earth's solar system. The construction vessel Mercury was launched to start the automated construction of an underground facility on an alien planet. A small research team was also sent to survey the planet before a colony ship full of settlers left Earth. The research team would awake from stasis automatically shortly after their arrival. Or at least that was the plan. After years of silence, decay, and settling dust, what remains of the Mercury facility whirs back to life. The screens flicker on and the long dormant stasis capsules containing the crew are finally ready to emerge from their long dreamless sleep. Satellite link offline. Mission crew error. Unable to establish connection to all capsules. Facility structure critical. Well, here we are. Here we are. So we've got ourselves a little chest over here. We can open that on up if we wanted to. It'll probably have some goodies inside of it. Looks like it's got some heavy servos, which apparently are colonist equipment. We've got ourselves some emergency rations. We've got machine equipment. And then we've also got improved mining laser vehicle equipment. Okay, we'll take that. With these pods over here, we've got our 3 people. We've also got our robot. I'm pretty sure we can activate this guy, but I don't think we have a way to recharge him just yet. I think you need a power grid before you can recharge the robot. I think he just taps into the power grid as necessary, but until we have a power grid up and running, I think we're going to have to let people out of their stasis capsules. So let's get these people rocking over here. We'll give the order to open up all 3 of those capsules. So we've got Riley Smith over here. Let's take a look at the new models. Yeah, they do look a lot more tight. The models look much better. They were actually just kind of... They were low poly before. That's the best way that I know how to describe them. They were low poly with very minimal textures and everything else. Now they actually look like little people. Very cool. All right, well, the first thing we're probably going to want to do is salvage all this stuff. Let's get our stasis pods knocked out, and then we'll figure out what we want to do next after we've done that. All right, so all the stasis pods. Let's get them disassembled. They want me to gather resources? I might need like an engineer or something like that in order to get that done. It seems like a possibility to me. So they want me to gather resources, they want me to build a crop field, they want me to construct an elevator, a refinery room, and a science lab. Back in the older versions of the game, you actually just started out with the elevator right here in the middle, but I guess that's changed since the last time that we played. Here's all of our villagers. This is actually a brand new menu right here as well. This was not a thing the last time I played the game. When you came in here, you would just have like a list of names, and then you would click on them and just assign jobs kind of in a very minimalist RimWorld way. We've got ourselves a character who is wandering aimlessly. He's got equipment over here. Okay. Can we pick a job? I need to pick a job is what I need to do. Well, let's see what we can get mashed out here. So as far as demolitions goes, yeah, let's go ahead and wipe out some of these little walls over here. I think that's a good place to start. I don't know how long that's going to take, but I do think that getting some of this refuse and some of this debris and detritus out of the way is a really good idea. Let's go ahead and move this back over to here, too. We'll give ourselves a little bit of breathing room. Perfect. All right, so that's done. All right, so inside of our menu over here, we can click on this little thing right here. So this guy is a comms officer, and a botanist. This guy is a comm officer and a scientist. This person is a miner and a botanist. Okay, we should probably swap one of these out for engineering or technician. Yeah, let's do technician on you real fast. I know you're not particularly good at it, but I think we're just going to have people free-flowing for a little bit until we get further on into the game. We're all paused up right now. We're going to gather some resources. We'll get the crop field and everything else built, and then I think we'll be all right. There she is with her mining laser right there. She's going to knock out some of those walls, take care of business for us. Did I assign the miner to be a technician? I did. Okay, so instead of a scientist, you be a miner, please. And then instead of a comms officer, I would like it if you were an engineer. We're going to need people kind of working on other things for the moment. I do think that they level up and get better at the job as time goes along. That's why you're going to see that little number next to them whenever they finish stuff off. I'm pretty sure they become more efficient at the various jobs that you give them over time. And I think one of them will more than likely knock this out pretty soon, too. All the mining is now done. It's been concluded. I don't think there's any more mining markers around. I was hoping somebody with the engineer designation or something like that would wipe these out, but I don't know what job actually effectively eliminates those. Gathering resources-wise, we don't want to waste too much time here, but what happens if I gather that right there? Like, what is that? Oh, it's an arrowhead fungus. I guess you probably need a botanist for that, would be my guess anyways. That'd be my estimate. Let's take a look at some of the things that we can build while we've paused up the game. So we've got access to doors. We've got walls. I don't know if I should knock out these walls. These can be mined for resources. All right, well, let's go ahead and mine these on out, I guess. Can those even be mined? Where do I have a... Yeah, let's do the wall destructor right here, and we'll kind of drag and drop that around. We'll fiddle and play with it until we figure out the guys that are supposed to be doing the deconstruction. There we go. So we've turned that on. Perfect. There's probably a builder designation or something like that that I've missed. Let's just knock out these walls for starts. Perfect. Wall's been knocked out. Let's take a look at our population menu, and let's see if there's a job around here that's going to make this a little bit easier. Ah, builder. There we go. Okay, we'll put them all on building mode then. We will rotate this entire thing around. I'm just going to keep people in the jobs that I keep them in. There we go. Perfect. All right, builders, go do your thing. I need you to knock out some walls, and I need you to do it rapidly. Rapidly and aggressively. It looks like we did get some stuff out of knocking out those walls, which is a good thing. These ancient walls right here are probably not going to do us a whole lot of good. And so what I prefer to do is actually create my own walls once we're ready to rock. So now that everybody's on the building queue, we'll knock out all of those dudes right there. Perfect. And that has left us with actually a decent amount of structural resin. Very nice. I'll probably assign a couple more people to mine out just some of these rough walls over here. And then as soon as those are done, we'll start constructing our base. I want to give myself like a big, nice, square easel to start painting on. And what about walls? Well, let's get going on some walls over here. So this will be our first little room right here. And then after that first little room is done, what I'd like to do anyways is, can I like cancel that right there? Does that have to be open in order to put the door in? I prefer it if the door just overlaid on its own, but I get what they're going for. We'll open this up over here too. And then we'll also open that up on that side. We'll open, this is going to be kind of our central hub area. And so we'll build a door on each one of these slots. I do like how it autofills with the direction of facing, so that's good. Yeah, these walls are much shinier and they look more satisfying. I'll take it. I'm a little bit concerned that we're not going to have the resin we need in order to get all this stuff done. Maybe we'll go deconstruct over here. Yeah, just knock out everything you can for extra parts. I think we're going to kind of be living on a prayer here for a little bit as far as the materials go. Well, it helped out a bit. I was hoping for like a 1-for-1 conversion on the walls, but it looks like it's not going to give it to me. I think it's actually taken us like 3 or 4 of those per go. What is that right there? Contracted a new ailment, a hand cramp from mining. Oh, well, these things do happen. Let's save the remainder of the resin for these doors. We can actually rebuild those doors later. It's not that important for right now. Instead, what we need is we need a biorefiner. And until we have a biorefiner... Oh, it's got to have a refinery floor. Okay. I think we can do that. Should be fine. We also have storage containers around here. All right. Where's my refinery floor at? All right. Well, we need the refinery floors, so we should probably start out with that. I'll more than likely make this little area over here my refinery. I don't know how much space that's ultimately going to use up, but we'll put that in right there so that it gets done. We've made our little central base area, but I think we're going to have to do a little bit more exploring before things get too lively and hectic. I don't think we have a lot of resin sitting around, and I think that's going to be our major stopgap here at the beginning of the game, is like, where do we get more resin from, you know? You get that from the biorefiner, which is what I'm trying to get set up over here, but I think I may have gotten a little optimistic with my application of walls. Worst case scenario is we break down the walls. They used to start you with a much more functional base from the beginning. Not quite so much anymore. We've actually got to do this from scratch now. Worst case is we tear down one of these walls to get the materials we need, and then we build the refinery over here. We have somebody start working on it, so on and so forth. But let's take a look around. We're going to follow this over here because this is where I know for a fact that there's going to be more resin, which is what we need. So let's grab these walls out here and then let them kind of just run around and do their thing for a minute. Yeah, there we go. He's on collection right now. How much did he pick up? See, I think it only costs like a couple for each one of these. So we should be able to get the vast majority of the floor done just from the materials we found laying around. Yeah, it looks like we've got most of the refinery floor in. What we'll do is we'll set up our power grid down here, and then we'll just kind of have this central hub. The elevator will probably be inside of there, or maybe we'll have people live inside of here. Haven't really decided yet, but one thing at a time. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. So there we go. We've concluded the refinery. Now what we need is a utility floor, I think. The utility floor is going to be for, let's see, the research station, bio thingies, lights. Where's the power? Where's the power plant? Is there not a power plant anymore? Oh, we just get 250 watts by default now. Okay, used to need a power grid. All right, I assume we will still need a power grid at some point, but hell, why complain about something that we can fix right now? Let's put this down like right there, and so now we have a refiner, and we'll kind of like leave that where it is. I don't know if we have the stuff for it, but they're mining. They're doing what they're doing over here, grabbing random organics and things off the shelf, so maybe it'll be okay. Yeah, Riley Smith is now a level 2 miner. Very nice. The other thing that I wanted you guys to do is keep tearing this down for further materials. There you go. We're going to need lots and lots. Perfect. We're going to need loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of resin. And so what resin we can get for free makes things very, very easy for us. I don't know what our food situation is looking like right now. We still got 17 left. We'll be all right. Let's see if this guy actually works once it gets fired up. Oh, it's going to be a little bit till that gets done. Okay. They're taking their time on that one. And by taking their time, I mean that they're constructing it to the optimal specifications that I have given out to them on Thread of Death. Well, if you ain't got nothing else going on, get rid of all this stone over here. Let's say, if you guys are just going to be standing around anyways, might as well make our little central base area a little bit larger so that we got some... I want to have lots and lots of open floor plan to play around with. I like open designs in houses. I don't like it when houses have lots of walls. I like it when the living room is just open to the kitchen, is just open to the family room, you know what I mean? That's when the house is looking good, right? I like it when everything's got a free flow to it, and you can see like the entire house from one vantage point. All right, so this right here appears to have no power. That's okay. We need to figure out where we connect the power grid from, though. What do we have going on here? So they've leveled up. They're looking a little bit better. We've got our research menu right here. We're not going to be able to do research for a little while. We've got to get science stations and things set up. They want us to do the elevator. I do think that that's a really, really good idea. So there's the elevator right there, if and you wanted to drop it on in. We'll throw it in. Everybody's coming eating dinner right now. Respectable. I like a good dinner as much as anybody else does. Kind of bugs me that my doors are sort of off-center. But I suppose that's life. I don't think I had like a ruler or anything when I was measuring that on out. Really, that took 50 resin right there. That's a lot of resin. He's now a level 2 builder, though, which is super sweet. I'll definitely take that as acceptable. We've got that done now. The elevator is concluded. They want us to start building crop fields. We can do that to get like some dirters and some other stuff rocking. Oh, look, we found a treasure chest inside of there. What's in the treasure chest? We found a blueprint for aeroponics. We found an improved scanner, and then we found a colonist log. Okay, I'll take all that stuff. Sounds good. Throw it on in the back. So with our discoveries, we've got a colonist log. I received an automated message back from Earth. I would like to state for the record that this automated message simply says, "Congratulations on a successful landing. We look forward to further reports. I sprained my ankle after kicking a robot." Well, why would you do that? Don't kick the robot. The robot's your little buddy. I would never kick my robots. That's how you get the robot to turn on you, and then you end up with like a Terminator situation. You don't want a Terminator situation. Not if you can help it anyways. Alright, so we have a power conduit. We don't have anything that's generating power right now, though. We have a charge pad. We have biorefiners. We have a research station. Do we not start out with power researched anymore? That's what I'm curious about. So we've got ore processing. We've got power storage. We've got plumbing. Recreation. Tech printing. It's kind of weird. Like, it says we have 0 watts out of 250 watts. I wonder if the central elevator counts for that. Like, I don't know. We can run a conduit and just kind of see what happens. They've changed this since the last time that I played. When I played the game last time, you started out with your elevator already built, you started out with a power room already ready to go, and you started out with a manufactory already ready to go. And then from there, you kind of just pushed out into the black. I don't know. I don't think it still works like that anymore. So it looks like that did not work. Did it? Well, it looks like it actually kind of did. I would suggest that we make some structural resin. And then I would say craft until we're below 100 of it. I think we need somebody who's like a manufacturer, though, in order to do that. And I think I have all my guys assigned to other stuff. Yeah, everybody's a builder right now. So instead of being a builder, you go be a engineer. There we go. Perfect. And we'll see if this thing actually starts kicking. It got rid of the powered down status, so that's really, really good. I guess they got rid of the power plants for now. I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing. I wasn't expecting the power plants to be gone. Now that we have structural resin available, I'd kind of like to go back through and build these walls a little bit more effectively, in all honesty. I mean, we do have it centered, kind of, sort of. It's just the doors that are off. It's going to be obnoxious, but, like, comes down to, like, can I live with that? And I think the answer is yes. We'll just go with a hallway floor in here. Yeah, let's get all these tiles filled in, please. Make it look a little bit nicer and more presentable around here. And then actually, with the robot charge pad, can I put that inside the manufactory? Because that's where I'd like to put it. Because then we can activate the robot, and the robot can start doing some of our menial tasks for us, which I think is probably the best place to start. I'm also probably going to have to rig this up with power, yes? Yeah, so I'm probably going to have to send that over to there. Oh, look at that. It used up our power. Interesting. So we got to figure out where in the power grid. So the refinery floor, and we've got a utility floor. Let's go ahead and set up the utility floor over here. Let's get that started off. I think that's a good idea. And then we'll mine out this wall a little bit to give us a tad more breathing room as far as that goes. It looks like we also found another base segment right there. And so maybe we can't build the thing until we actually have the requisite floor in. I don't know. I don't see the power grid like anywhere. If nothing else, I'm going to laud these guys for doing a really, really good job at knocking out all this stuff. Maybe they give me power as a reward when I finish all this other stuff. I don't know. I'm just going to keep building along my merry way. But I feel like I've gone through all of these, and there's definitely no power plant inside of here. Unless I am really, really, really overlooking something. Which is definitely possible. I've been known to do that in my playthroughs. What is this right here? Ooh, we got another treasure chest. What's in it? A food chest? Nice! Well, that gives us even more food to mess around with. So we've got emergency rations. Alright. How are our other emergency rations looking? Oh, did the other emergency rations get destroyed? No, they didn't. They're right there. Okay, they moved them. I was going to say, when I put in the elevator, I was a little bit worried that maybe the emergency rations got annihilated. That would have been really, really bad. Let's set all this stuff up for demo right here. Maybe we'll find another robot or like another colonist or something around. Yep, we'll set that all up and then speed up the... Oh, the game's already sped up. Never mind. Also wipe that right there. Kind of knock out that wall right there. I just want to have like a big open field in front of me that I can mess around with. So I've noticed something. I think this is a solar generator. Like, I was looking around for utility stuff, but I think this thing just generates power. It's back right now. So I think it has something to do with what time of day it is. I think it's a solar power generator after, like, looking at it for a minute and just taking the time to figure out what's going on. So they've removed the power plant entirely, as far as I can tell. And then they've just got it so that you've got solar power from the surface now. Kind of an interesting change from the last time I played the game, and I'll be honest with you, not one that I truly expected. Do we have anything else that can be bulldozed over here? We got a, what looks like, what is that, like an organics chest? Yeah, open it up. What's in there? We got another colonist log. We found a crate full of weed. Well, at least we won't die unhappy, so that's good. Big old crate full of weed. Who doesn't love crate full of weed? A new project from Splat Corp. Order today, just $19.99 a month. Ooh, more free resins. I'm getting unduly excited about all this resin out here, okay? They're resonating with me hard at the moment. What do we have going on right here? What is this, a tech chest? Yeah, let's open it. And we've got a few more bolts and screws and storage expanders and some other stuff. Okay. I'll probably make a locker room or something down and on the other side somewhere. I think that sounds like a really good plan. As soon as the mining gets done over here, we can probably get started with that project. Let's finish off some of the walls in here, too. So we'll put in walls right there. We'll put in walls right there. We're going to take this out to, like, right there, so that we maximize the usage of that space. Yeah, dude, we're starting to get self-contained right now. I'm very, very pleased with it. We're starting to look good. That's exactly what it is. It's nighttime and the power went out. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Who's leveling up right now? Oh, cool. We've got a level 3 miner and a level 2 builder. I feel like we have more than enough food at the moment, and so I'm not really trying to rush this out. Like, how much food do we have right there? We have 8 bars, and then I picked up another food crate around here somewhere. With my global... There's a global inventory around here. Where's the global inventory at? There we go. So let's go with food. So we've got 7 potatoes, and we have 10 emergency rations. We should actually probably do the crop plot. It's probably a good idea. So the walls are done. Let's take a look and find the crop plot. So we've got a crop field right here. We'll call this kind of like our little outdoor area, I guess. We'll put in a couple of crop plots. Actually, let's put these in an area where I can actually line them up a little bit better because, yeah, we'll push them back a little bit further. Because as of right now, with all that stone and all that hematite and whatnot underneath us, unfortunately, it's a little too thick for me to get the stuff done that I want to get done. And so we'll put in, like, some crop plots. There we go. I don't know how many of these we're going to need, but having a lot of them is probably a really good idea. I doubt we're going to need more than, like, 1 botanist, especially with all the other tasks that we have unfolding. So I'm just going to leave the 1 botanist doing what he does. Alright, so this is now officially a field. I don't want it to be hemp. I want it to be potatoes, please. And then this one over here, also potatoes. I'm going to focus on not starving before I focus on recreational use, okay? That's what we're going to do first. What does this take to build? Oh, you need more resin, and we have no power right now because it's nighttime. Yeah, that'll do it. Maybe they'll jump up in here and start producing tomorrow. But either way, now that the power grid's up and running, we should activate this little guy too. He can do what he's going to do. Even if it is just kind of like filing items away and putting them where they go. Hey, little buddy. Worker Z357. Hey, little pal. How you doing? What you doing, little buddy? Hello. So he can be a technician, he can be a miner, and he can be a hauler. Can I change that to be a builder? Yeah, I'd rather he be a builder. That way, I can take somebody off of building duty in here. Tee-hee, we said duty. And then we can have them be... What do I not have? So I have an engineer. Let's have somebody be a technician, maybe. That sounds okay to me. Now we got a technician. I'm assuming There we go. Perfect. So they've planted the potatoes. We now have food being constructed. But we do need to track down more resin. So if nobody's making more resins right now, I would strongly suggest that somebody make more resins. Apparently we need mineral compounds in order to do the resins, which I guess we maybe don't have. Let's take a look. We can actually find out about that. So we have hemp. We have 150. We don't have any mineral compound, though. Can I make mineral compound? Is that something that I have to make? It doesn't look like something that we have to make. So I think we probably get it from the walls. Yeah, there we go. So I think the stone over here is going to give us what we need. Let's dive on in there, and we'll grab some of this. Yep, we'll just start looking for stone wherever we can get it. Looking for stone in all the wrong places. It's probably going to take a lot longer to get the stone done, though, but the mineral compound is going to be helpful. We can only gather so much by scavenging out here. It actually doesn't look like we really have that much available to us. Let's get rid of all these. Can I get rid of these floor tiles right here? Yeah, kill the floor tiles over here. If that'll give me some extra resin, I'm okay with that, too. And it looks like it does. Very nice. Okay, so we've got that all nice and done. We can probably do some storage around here, too. Probably wouldn't be a terrible idea. We'll put in a storage crate right there and a storage crate right there. That way we at least have a place to put some of our stuff while we're out here. And we do have some more resin that I think we can rob from the walls down here. Oh, it's on floor mode. There we go. Perfect. Go rob some more resin from down there. I'm going to cancel that one because it seems unnecessary. We'll go with potatoes. And then this last one over here, we'll just make it hemp. I don't know how useful the hemp's going to be, but we'll assign that to be hemp. I think we're probably going to use hemp to make... I think we're probably going to use hemp in order to make clothing and things of that nature, if that's even important right now, which in all honesty, I don't know if it is. We do have botanists, so I'm pretty sure we can harvest these potatoes over here. Yeah, that's a new action that they added in with the new patch, too, where you can actually go out and harvest all the little mushrooms and things. Might be helpful. I don't know if those mushrooms are poisonous or if they're good for us. Apparently, those are edible, so let's go ahead and get them then, Chief. Go ahead and get them. If my botanist ain't got nothing else going on, he might as well. It looks like everybody's hauling right now, though. It's okay. Our bedroom is dirty. Mom and Dad want us to clean up. I get it. What is that? Oh, we got 6 potatoes from one plant. Not bad. Okay, so our food resource has kind of been secured for the future. I can live with that. We've also got a little bit more mineral resources over here, which I would strongly suggest we keep working in that direction, grabbing everything we can. These mineral compounds right here are going to be kind of vital. So for every 5 of those we have, we can make ourselves one of these dudes. We can make ourselves 1 resin. And we are really, really, really low on resin right now. So I think that's probably a good task to endeavor to accomplish over time. My name is Splattercat. This is Mercury Fallen. If you wanted to see a little bit more, we're not that far in right now. I think I'd like to play a little bit further on in, but let me know what you think. I'll be looking forward to your comments and your likes down below the video. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile every single day in the world of indie gaming, so you don't have to. I hope you guys enjoyed this little foray into Mercury Fallen. It's one of those colony builders that it's still primitive. It's been out for a year or two. It's still in its early alpha. You know, like sometimes things get released and they are out much earlier than what is normally expected or whatever. But I've been keeping an eye on it just because like the improvements that they keep making, they show that like the dev team is aware of the things that are like wrong with the game and aware of the things that need to be worked on. And the game is slowly getting better and it is slowly getting more polished and there's more features, and they just dropped like a really, really big patch, you know, like a few days ago, that basically redid a lot of the graphical textures and everything else. And so anyways, seeing as they put in the effort to do, you know, that big overhaul and then add a bunch of new systems to the game, why not do another set of videos, just kind of checking it on out and seeing what has changed. So far during today's playthrough, I think we've seen a lot of things that have changed. Everything from the power grid to the starting criteria to, you know, there's a lot of things that are different right now. So I'm willing to bet there's probably even more that are different once we get further on into the game. Thank you for stopping on by. I will see you all tomorrow with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet. Take care, and hi-do, everybody.